Hello and welcome to Deepwater Outdoors. My name is John, and today on Breakoffs and Broken Dreams, we're going to look at the 3 baits that I suggest you carry in your tackle box all the time so you can catch fish no matter where you are. This can be used for shore fishing, if you're in a canoe, if you're out in the boat. These 3 baits I always suggest you carry. No matter what, they'll 99% of the time catch you a fish if there's fish eating. The first one I always like to start with is a topwater. So if you're out there first thing in the morning, it's like glass out. This guy here is gonna be your best friend. And what you're gonna wanna do with this, so this guy here is about 3.5 inches. It does have the rattles inside of it. So yeah, once you get this bad boy tied on, you're gonna wanna make an extremely long cast. You're gonna wanna rifle it out as far as you can. Once it hits the water, let it sit. Let those rings disappear and just let it chill there for a minute. That initial plop can sometimes spook a fish. So if that bait hits the water and you start moving it right away, sometimes that fish will spook and then you won't see it again. So what I like to do, fire it out there, have it sitting in the water. Some baits will have a little feather on the tail. I like those as well, depending on the condition. So once that bait hits the water, all those rings are gone, give it a pop, just a little. 3 pops is the most I ever do, and let it sit. And then sometimes if you see that you'll notice like fish will come and like bump it and stuff like that, just give it a small little pop. You always want that bloop sound coming from the popper. Usually I'm about halfway back to the boat. If I don't have any hits on it, I will reel it back in and start over. The next bait that I suggest for your tackle box, this is gonna cover the middle of the water column. It's gonna cover a lot of those really active fish, and that is the spinner bait. Me personally, I love the spinnerbait in white. It is the only color I throw. The reason being is I find most of your bait fish are that silver white color, and this replicates it exactly. You're gonna wanna tie that bad boy on. Me personally, I use the Palmer knot on everything. Tie that bad boy on, and again, you're gonna wanna rifle it as far as you can. If you're fishing from shore, the key to this is cast along your shore. Don't cast straight out from the dock, because unless there's a weed line or something out there, there's most likely not a whole lot going on, because the fish aren't going to hold in no man's land unless they're suspended. But again, it all depends on what lake you're fishing. Cast along the shore, and if you can walk the shore, cast parallel to the shore, because those fish are going to be hiding in that structure, and that's where this guy is going to entice them to come out. Same thing if you're fishing from the boat or the canoe, cast towards structure. If you can find a weed line and you're in say 5 to 8 feet of water and there's a weed line, find the edge and cast this guy across the edge of that and run parallel to it, because a lot of the bass are predatory and they're going to sit and they're going to wait, and that weed line is that perfect opportunity for that. Now the final bait, number 3, is what I suggest for everyone's tackle box, and that is the Senko. So this guy here has caught me more fish on a slow day than anything else, probably more than what dynamite would catch. There's several ways you can rig it. Most of the time I rig mine Texas style. And I just posted a video on how to rig it Texas style on shorts as well, so you can check that out. But most of the time, I'll rig it Texas style, and the reason being is that the lakes I fish, most of the time have weeds and debris around the docks. That's what I'm casting this at, is trees, docks, anything that's in the water that could hold a fish. This guy gets casted towards it. Let it hit the water and let it sink. Don't twitch and pop it and jerk it, just let it sink. It'll kind of do its thing, and a fish will eat that. If you're rigging it wacky style, which I don't do it very often, but there's a lot of guys that only run them wacky style, same thing. If you're fishing structure, cast it in, let it sink, and it's gonna do its natural action, and these guys are irresistible to fish. Me personally, I like sticking with the greens and the browns and the natural colors. Depending on the lake you're on, you could be throwing whites, you could be throwing pinks, oranges, chartreuse. That's for you to figure out. I can't read the lake that I'm not at. And that covers the 3 baits I suggest you carry in your tackle box. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner or if you're seasoned and you're just going out just to make some casts off the dock, or if you're out in the boat and you're rigged up. If I could choose 3 baits, that's what it's gonna be. Again, it's gonna be that Senko, the spinnerbait, and the topwater. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.